Before my wife and I got married, the pastor conducting our premarital counseling warned us, you guys are going to have to work really hard at getting out of the house and connecting and staying involved with community. Boy, was he right. If left to ourselves, we'd stay chained to the living room. But what I didn't expect was all the great joys that come with being married to another introvert. Today, I'd like to share with you 13 reasons why I think an introvert marriage is a blast.
The I Speak People Show helps introverts to thrive in an extroverted world. Find out what makes you tick and live the life you were meant to live. Find us on iTunes or online at ispeakpeople.com.
The first reason I love an introvert marriage is that we both value depth. My wife and I love having 1 or 2 people over for dinner. We like tag teaming, asking questions, and finding out what the person's enjoying, what they're working on, what challenges they're facing, and just getting to know a couple individuals really well. We're not big on small talk, and we don't really have to worry about it. The second reason we love our introvert marriage is we both guard our calendar. When it comes to the weekends, we do get out from time to time, but we prefer to stay home. We don't have to worry about always being on the go. Now, there are times where we overbook ourselves, but most of the time, we're really careful of what we commit to, and we double check with each other before we put something on the calendar so we don't get exhausted or burn out too quickly. The third reason why an introvert marriage is a blast is that we both appreciate projects. My wife loves to sew, so with an hour or 2 or 3, she'll go off and work on a project. In fact, right now, as I'm making this video, she's making a shirt for her mom. I, on the other hand, love to write. I write songs, I write blog posts, and with our love of projects, we both get plenty of time to work on our own creative endeavors. The fourth reason I love our introvert marriage is that we both thrive in the zone. In an introvert marriage, we both have the opportunity to dive into something we're really interested in and to take that 30 to 45 minutes to get focused where we're lasered in on a task and we can be ultra productive. You know, in an extrovert-introvert marriage, the extrovert would need more interaction with his or her mate and would be likely to come and interrupt. But in our introvert marriage, we tend to respect each other's space, at least most of the time, so we allow each other to get focused and to get a lot done. What makes an introvert happy? In my research and analysis, I've identified 5 traits that happy introverts share. I've explained and described each of these traits in a document titled, How to Be a Happy Introvert. You can download a free copy of the document by heading over to ispeakpeople.com. So head over to the website today and grab your own free PDF of How to Be a Happy Introvert. The fifth reason I love our introvert marriage is that we define good time the same way. On a Friday night when we come home, we don't have to worry about going out to a party or about spending a late night out on the town. We can just curl up with a good book, play a game with each other or with a couple friends, or just watch a great documentary. And we don't have to worry about getting spent. We can relax and recharge. The sixth reason why I love my introvert marriage is that we both appreciate silence. We enjoy each other's company, but we know that in order to be in each other's presence, we don't have to be talking. So a lot of times at dinner, we'll just sit with each other and that's enough. In fact, our biggest problem is we don't always have things to say, and that's okay. We just enjoy being with one another. In an extrovert-introvert marriage, there would probably be a lot of pressure for the introvert to talk because the extrovert needs that interaction with another person. But in our marriage, we're just okay sitting quietly. Along those same lines, the seventh reason I love our introvert marriage is that we give each other time to think. One of my biggest frustrations is trying to get my thoughts out and not having enough time to process. And that's another challenge of spending time with extroverts. Now, I love extroverts. They're awesome and I need them. But they don't always give you time to finish your thoughts. In our marriage, at least most of the time, my wife and I allow each other think time so that we can complete our thoughts and share them fully, which most introverts prefer to do. Number 9, we like to reflect. You know, as introverts, we're both wired for introspection. We can't help it. We just naturally mull over our interactions with other people, our choices, how our days went. Instead of talking out loud, we sit and we think furiously about what's gone by. But the great thing is, in each other, we have someone that we can bring our thoughts to and ground them in reality. So it's nice just to hear some perspective on what we're thinking, and we understand what each other is going through. Reason number 10 I love my introvert marriage is that we're private. You know, introverts take time to get to know one another, and as a result, they don't tend to have as many relationships, but the ones they do have go deeper. So the great thing about being married to my introverted wife is that we see sides of each other that no one else ever sees because we take the time to get to know one another. There's just nothing like having another person know and accept you for who you are. The 11th reason I love our introvert marriage is that we have a few deep interests and we respect them. You know, for introverts, they tend to have some passions that really fuel them. For my wife, it's sewing and crafting. For me, it's writing and music. And the great thing about our marriage is that we respect that about each other. We know that we need those passions to energize, so we allow each other to invest time and energy and resources into those passions. That's just a wonderful way to recharge, and I'm thankful to have another person who allows me to do that. The 12th reason I love our introverted marriage is that we both love learning. Now, I can't say this is the case for all introverts, but it's definitely true for my wife and I. A good time for us equals watching a documentary, reading a book, or taking a class together. You know, some of the most fun experiences we ever had were when we're learning something together. And that's even the case right now as we're learning about home ownership and how to pick the right place to live. We just love learning. The 13th and final reason I love our introvert marriage is that we both enjoy creation. We're lucky to live right beside a trail where we can get out and walk and enjoy a sunrise or a sunset. We look at the oaks, the poplars, the walnut trees. We enjoy the tulips, the daisies, the daffodils, and just the animals around us. There's just nothing like walking quietly outside and enjoying creation together. Those are just a few reasons why I love our introvert marriage. I'd be curious to hear why you love your introvert marriage. Feel free to add your own thoughts down in the comments. I'd love to check them out.